be a new kind of war against an invisible enemy.
You read the stories about what these people did on the ground in Afghanistan, and it's like you could make movies out of it. It's so fantastic.
The plan was all about size and speed, and using just the right CIA officers.
And they had to be guys that we knew that we could trust. Cofer Blank told me, 1/3 of your men will die. Be prepared for that. I accept it. You need to accept it. Proceed aggressively. I want you killing the enemy in 48 hours. Find them and destroy them.
We were there for just about a month by ourselves out in the valley. We were the only Americans in country for almost a month.
The leader of the ruling Taliban again refused to hand over Bin Laden.
There was a fiery National Security Council meeting. The CIA complained Rumsfeld was dragging his feet in Afghanistan. Rumsfeld didn't like taking orders from the CIA. Rumsfeld would now be in charge.
That's what happened. CIA works for Rumsfeld.
The CIA had waited a month. Soon, Army Special Ops teams were airlifted to Afghanistan, and the military side of Operation Jawbreaker could begin in earnest. The Special Ops teams with global positioning devices calling in airstrikes made short work of the Taliban forces. It didn't take long for the capital, Kabul, to fall. There was unfinished business in Afghanistan. Osama bin Laden was still on the run.
I'm looking for bin Laden right away. I want to start killing him and his people immediately.
We had intelligence that continued to develop that bin Laden and Zawahiri were in Afghanistan, probably in the eastern areas, hiding out there.
The CIA tried to put together a team to chase bin Laden. It wasn't easy.
I asked the Army Special Forces if they'll send people in. They say, no, we're not going down there. It's not stable. You don't have a reliable ally.
The conditions for al-Qaeda's retreat were quite favorable, and the United States did not do the one thing that the Pentagon had within its power to do, which was to move regular U.S. troops into a blocking position behind these mountains.
We could come from the north, west, and south, but we couldn't block the east. It's rugged, rugged terrain, and we didn't have enough U.S. troops.
So on his own, and without the permission of the Defense Department, CIA Officer Berntsen sent a small group to Nangarhar province.
Based on intelligence that we have, that bin Laden has fallen back with about 1,000 people, and then we come upon his camp at Milawa.
The CIA urgently called the Pentagon. They were given air support, but not the Army Rangers.
And then 4 guys, 2 CIA officers, and 2 JSOC with about 10 Afghan guards call in the first 56 hours of airstrikes against the mother lode of al-Qaeda down below them. It was a nice beginning to what would be about a 16-day battle.
We actually, I'm convinced, wounded him. He was there at Tora Bora. I don't think there's any question now that bin Laden was at Tora Bora and was wounded in some way.